Mark Tank Evans reporting for FridayNightGlory.com. I'm sitting here at Mustang Eagle Stadium after an incredible battle between the Mustangs of JJ Pearce and the Wildcats from Lake Highlands. I got my man, senior offensive lineman Quinn Boughton to my left. Quinn, this was a tough battle tonight. What do you think the difference was in this one?
Well, I mean, it's definitely tough. We came in prepared. They picked off our mistakes and we didn't pick off theirs there at the end. And if we had, I believe that we'd be in the playoffs tonight. But we need to come back next week because we're still looking for a playoff berth. We're not in yet. Nothing's guaranteed. We need to come back in here, smack the crap out of WT White and get it done. Yes,
sir. That's the best thing about this situation tonight. I mean, everything that you want, that you set out for in the beginning of the year is still right in front of you. 2 big games coming up. What are you guys looking forward to working on in practice this week as you prepare to take on WT next week?
It all starts with tomorrow morning. We got to get in there. We got to do our flush out. We got to watch film. We got to pick off of our own mistakes. We got to be hard on ourselves before we can be hard on anybody else. Like before we can go out and make playoffs, we need to make sure we're ready because we know that we're going to play better teams than this in that first round and that second round as far as we want to go because everything we want is still there. This is just a hiccup. We have no games, but we know we're still on track for what we want to do.
Absolutely, man. I tell you, from my perspective, it looked like there were a couple of situations where the game got tight, and a little bit of undiscipline set in to halt some drives. Am I right about that?
Well, people, yeah. I mean, it's classic. I mean, people start. When we start losing, people start turning. I mean, like the thing is, I mean, we got to stay strong as a team, and that's definitely something we've been working on. And we got to, coach preaches it every day. We got to love each other because that's the thing. Some of these teams may be more talented than us coming up, but we got to love each other more than they love each other. Because if we do that, then we're going to play for each other, and in turn, we're going to come out victorious every time.
Hey, I hear you on that, man. I'm going through a situation right now, and what I'm learning is, in life and even on the gridiron of life, crisis situations cause families to splinter. You're going to do your best to keep that from happening, right?
Yes, sir. We're all going to do our best. We all know what we need to do. We know what we did wrong tonight. Tomorrow, it's a learning process. We got to go in. We got to visibly see it, and we got to get it done. We got to get it done in these next few weeks. We got to make sure we're looking to get a big win over WT White and Skyline because we know we're capable of it.
I believe you. The city believes in you. Looking forward to seeing y'all next week, man. Quinn Boughton, Mark Tank Evans for Friday Night Glory. Mark Tank Evans for FridayNightGlory.com. I'm sitting here with senior defensive lineman Austin Forrestor for the JJ Pearce Mustangs after a tough loss against the crosstown rivals Lake Highlands. The Wildcats came in here and pulled out a tough one, 42-34. Austin, what do you feel like the difference was in this ball game tonight? I mean, there were tense moments throughout the entire battle, right?
Yeah, it was real rough out there. We tried to do too much at each of our positions. We didn't just do our single job, and we need to focus on what we need to do, like just one person singly, and then work on everything else.
I can dig it, man. It seemed like it got real physical and even chippy at some times. What was it like in the trenches tonight?
It was just real emotional, just people were saying stuff, grabbing, just how it usually is if you're in from the trenches, you know what I mean.
I'm very familiar with this battle, man. I mean, I did play for Richardson, but we matched up against Lake Highlands a ton of times, and we know every time we play them, it's going to be nasty. So tomorrow morning is when y'all start to try to flush this thing away. What are some of the things that you want to pick out from the game film from tonight?
We just want to see what we did wrong and just go from there. Just look towards the future, look at the next game, and just focus from there.
Let it ache tonight and move on, man, right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I like it. Austin Forrestor, senior defensive lineman, JJ Pearce Mustangs. They'll be back next week to take on WT White. Tank Evans, FridayNightGlory.com.